This is Joel Pollak of Breitbart News, and I'm sitting here in Jerusalem, in Israel, where I've been for the past 48 hours visiting communities around the Gaza Strip, talking to soldiers as they head off to war, talking to experts as they analyze the situation. There's a sense of sadness still over what happened on October 7th, the 1,400 Israelis who were killed, the well over 4,000 who were wounded, the more than 200 who were taken prisoner. People are very concerned about the fate of the hostages in Gaza. Yesterday, I went with a team of international journalists on 2 armored buses down to the community of Kibbutz Be'eri. A kibbutz is a communal farm. On the morning of October 7th, it was attacked by over 100 Hamas terrorists who breached the gate, came in and started shooting anyone they could. Families retreated to the safe rooms in their homes. Those are reinforced rooms meant to withstand the impact of a rocket. But the terrorists knew the families would be in there, and they burned these homes. They tried to force families out of the safe rooms. People were burned alive. If the terrorists got to them, people were shot, people were tortured. There's evidence that adults were tied together in the presence of their children, mothers and fathers tied together, and that the terrorists tortured them, mutilated them in front of their kids, then murdered the entire family. There are other gruesome accounts of bodies being found, terribly abused. There is a relief worker we spoke to who told us that he found a pregnant woman with her belly cut open and her unborn child killed, stabbed. And these are the atrocities that first responders found when they arrived at the kibbutz. There was also a firefight that took several hours because there were members of the kibbutz who were able to get weapons, in one case, off the body of a fallen comrade, and they returned fire at the terrorists. At one point, it was 10 Israelis against 120 Palestinian Hamas terrorists. They held out for hours until the army arrived. It is one of the most destructive landscapes you can possibly imagine as you walk through the kibbutz. You walk through the kindergarten and you see toys crushed, bullet holes through windows. You see places where children used to play turned into battlefields. You see places where adults probably hid the children or tried to hide the children, shattered by rocket-propelled grenades. It's absolutely terrible. Israel is facing an Islamic fundamentalist terrorist organization armed and funded by Iran. Its ambitions don't extend only to Israelis. Hamas is determined to kill Jews all over the world. It's also determined to help radical Islam take over the entire world. This is a fight that Israel needs to win if the Middle East is going to move closer to peace. As one of the analysts I spoke to yesterday told me, if Israel doesn't defeat Hamas, then other Arab states won't feel comfortable making alliances with Israel. The reason the Abraham Accords came together was that Israel was seen as strong within the region. I'll continue to give you updates from Jerusalem here for Breitbart News. It's been an incredibly intense and challenging and exhausting trip. I'm running on coffee and adrenaline, but I'm absolutely determined to get this story to you and to the world. Thank you so much, and you can follow my coverage at Breitbart.com.